ഓക്കെ ഞാൻ റെക്കോർഡ് ചെയ്തു തുടങ്ങിയിട്ടുണ്ട്.
നിരഞ്ജന മോള് ഇൻവൈറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടോ അവരെ?
സോറി നെറ്റിഷനായി. ഇനി ഫൈനൽ ടീമാണ്. ഫൈനൽ ടീമായി സെലക്ട് ചെയ്തത് ടീം 4 ടീം 12 ആണ്. ടീം 4 പാർട്ടിസിപ്പൻസ് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ടീം 4 വർഷ വിനോദ് കുമാർ, അർച്ചന ഗോരെ, മാളവിക അനിൽകുമാർ. പിന്നെ ടീം 12 നവനിധി ജീവകുമാർ, ശ്രുതി ഷിയാൽ, ഷാംലി ദീപാണ്. ടോപ്പിക് വാച്ചിങ് മൂവീസ് ഇസ് ഗുഡ് ഫോർ കിഡ്സ്. ടീം 4 ഫോർ ദി ടോപ്പിക് ആണ്, ടീം 12 അഗെയിൻസ്റ്റ്. ആദ്യം പരിചയപ്പെടുക. ടീം 4 ആരാ ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യപ്പെട്ട കൺക്ലൂഡ് എന്ന് പറയാം.
നമസ്തേ, ഞാൻ അർച്ചന. ഞാൻ ടീം 4 ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസറാണ്.
Namaste, എൻ്റെ പേര് വർഷ and I'll be the rebuttal of team 4. Namaste.
Namaste, എൻ്റെ പേര് മാളവിക. I'll be the concluder for team 4.
ഇനി ടീം 12.
നമസ്തേ, എൻ്റെ പേര് ശ്രുതി. ഞാൻ ടീം 12 ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസർ.
നമസ്തേ, ഞാൻ നവനിധി. ഞാൻ ടീം 12 റിപ്പോർട്ടർ.
നമസ്തേ, ഞാൻ ശ്യാമിലി. ഞാൻ ടീം 12 കൺക്ലൂഡർ.
ഇനി ഫോർ ദ ടീം ഇൻട്രൊഡ്യൂസർ തുടങ്ങാം.
Good evening, everyone. Again, watching movies for us is very entertaining, right? To begin with, movies give us a break from whatever is currently bothering us. We are transported to a different time and place. We can just focus on the present moment for a short time. This gives us and our brain enough time to get out of the usual world. It also strengthens family bonds and creates delightful memories. How do you ask me? Well, when families watch movies together, it strengthens the relationships between the family and their kid. As simple as that, you see? It gives us a feeling of relief, and when we are watching a movie, we get the sensation of listening to a story. Wow! It also gives us a visual representation of a book which might have existed or not, and their characters, like the Harry Potter series, and their amazing characters, Harry Potter himself, Hermione Granger and Ron Weasley, and Charlie at the Chocolate Factory. Secondary research says that watching movies improves focus, concentration, productivity, etc. Comedy movies are more fun and entertainment. Such movies serve as a relaxation or stress busters for people of all age groups. Such movies shouldn't have any bad impact on children, right? Comedy movies such as Tom and Jerry Tales, Mr. Bean, and most of the Adam Sandler movies such as Grown Ups, etc. are really worth watching. Research has also stated that it improves social and communication skills of children. And thus, I profoundly believe that watching movies for kids are beneficial, and we all can watch movies and get all the good impacts from it. Thank you.
Against the team, the introducer.
Namaste. Movies have always been an important part of our life, but it has a lot of mental and physical effects on our mind. For kids, movies can have a significant impact on gender and ethnic stereotypes. They change attitudes towards certain groups of people and cause newly formed opinions on various issues. So basically, movies can psychologically change the mentality of a child. Viewing movies with sex, violence, drug abuse, adult themes, and offensive language can have a negative effect on children and adolescents. Many movies are not appropriate for children. Older children and adolescents may copy risky and possibly dangerous things they see in movies. As we have heard, kids are innocent and they cannot easily differentiate between good and bad. When both the parents are working and kids are left alone at home, and they watch things that they aren't supposed to watch. Also, there is a high possibility that they get addicted towards movies, which will affect their mental as well as their physical health. Kids will also begin disrespecting their parents due to their addiction toward movies. Movies are also a waste of money as well as time. Instead of watching movies, kids can spend their time reading books, which has a lot of mental health benefits. On this note, I would like to end my words with a quote by Russell Crowe. My children have never watched any of my films. Charlie knows that Daddy makes movies, but he says that they are not good enough for him to watch. Thank you. Namaste.
Again, team the rebuttal.
Namaste. Let me start with a report that has been taken in. Through Parents Report, they have measured children's exposure to violent movies and such programs in 1,800 preschool age children between the ages of 3 and 4. 4 years later, the second grade teachers rated the same children's behavior during their class as a social behavior questionnaire, which covers the behaviors such as physical aggression, inattentiveness, and emotional distress over the course of the year. Teachers did not know whether they had been exposed to movies and media. The kids who were exposed to such movies were aggressive, arrogant, problematic, and had low concentration compared to the children who weren't exposed to such things. My opponent has said that it causes family bondings. Movies create family bondings. I strongly disagree, considering the fact that when you watch a movie, you leave out on what important points of your children, like your family bonding, such as games, such as talking to them, such important stuff are being left out. I myself know it in person. And my friends know it in person. I have a lot of examples to tell. When you're watching a movie, there is no communication going on, and all you're doing is watching a movie. That's all. My opponent has said that movies improve focus. Let me say you, it takes away focus rather than improving it. It completely destroys the concentration. I'm a school student, and let me tell you, after watching movie, I still get hung over it. I still get hung over the characters. I still get hung over the fantasies. I am unable to focus on anything else but the movie. I can't study. I can't do basic stuff when I'm hung over the movie. Fun movies. My opponent said that fun movies are relaxing. Fun movies are nothing but distractions as concentration barriers too. They don't help at all. And sometimes they're just plainly bland, especially Tom and Jerry. Defying all laws of physics and all such things, it might seem fun to us. But then deep inside, we all know that the children are just believing it. The last episode of Tom and Jerry is basically suicide, and that's what the children are seeing. That's a fun comedy for you. And some other points I would like to say is that movies evoke sexism, gender inequalities, racism, and many such aspects in our children who are innocent and yet do not know stuff. Children who are watching violence, they grow up with violence. How to conflict the solution, fight them, not talk to them. This is what children our days learn. And another fact to be said is that I do not remember the year exactly. The Princess and the Frog, a Disney movie, created salmonella, an outbreak of salmonella. How children, they watch the movie, they kiss frogs in the country. They have made an outbreak of salmonella. The children, they just believe that if I kiss the frog, I'll get a prince. That's true love. That's what they believe. They fall for true love. They do not understand basic crimes like sexual harassment. They do not learn it. The heroes do whatever they want and they're always right. They always get it correct. However, this is not what our children must be learning. And I'm asking you, our parents ask us to stop watching movies. They love us, they care for us. Thank you.
For the topic, rebuttal.
Namaste. So, speaking about its effect on your behavior, see, why do you think movie has age ratings? There is PG-13, which is parental guidance under 13, right? So there are PG-13s. There are movies which children are not supposed to watch. I'm sure kids wouldn't watch any sexual harassment movies or anything. Obviously, the parents will have this. Focus on that. And I think the intro, my opponent mentioned that parents might go out for work, so they won't be able to check what the child is watching. See, that's why in most movies, TVs these days, there are catch up and there are last view facilities where you can see what the child view in the end. So I don't think so that will be a problem. And speaking about movies being a waste of time for children, I'll give you a real life example for this one. Okay, I watched this movie called Uri in the theater. I got chills, let me tell you. I was so inspired by how the Indian army is so brave and is facing many fights and so many things. I was inspired. I'm sure such movies like that will inspire children to know what our Indian army is doing and inspire children to go into the army. And so many movies like it's like I Am Kalam, Gandhi. There are so many inspirational movies like that. You don't have to sit and watch Princess and the Frog. Go watch I Am Kalam. Go watch Gandhi. Then Also, you don't have to be a couch potato to sit and watch movies, okay? And I'm sure no one will be interested to watch a movie 24/7, and your parents wouldn't allow you to watch a movie 24/7. I'll be shocked if there is any parent over here who's ready to send their child to watch movie 24/7. So, movies aren't a waste of time. Then horror movies, right? I'll tell you how powerful horror movies are. It helps you in your health. Let me tell you, watching horror movies can reduce your calories. It can make your brain really active. All the shocks and all the terrors will give you more freaks, and your brain will become super active. And even though secondary researches are there where it increases concentration, increases memory, focus, productivity. There are so many facilities of movies, and I can't believe you're saying that movies are a waste of time. So then I think that's all the my opponents mentioned. I'm just saying that movies will make a person very knowledgeable, will make a person will make a person to concentrate more, and to focus on something very helpful for children. And movies like Uri and Kalam will inspire students and children to become something huge. Yeah. So, and parental guidance is required. I think with parental guidance, there is no issues of watching a movie. That's all. Thank you. Namaste.
Against the topic concluder. Namaste. Why do you think that parents, tell us to stop watching a movie? They never say like they're always saying for our good. So, as Shruti said, movies are always been a part of our life, but it has made a lot of mental and physical effects on your mind. It affects all your, body parts, your eyes, your body posture and all. And for kids, movies can be significant impact on their gender and ethnic stereotypes. Viewing movies with sex, violence, drug abuse, adult themes, and offensive language can have a negative effect on your children and adolescents. When kids will also begin suspecting their parents due to their addiction. They may be seeing the movies with telling some bad words or anything, so they will be they'll disrespect their parents by doing that. I mean, saying those things. But kids do what they see in the movie. An example, as Nalini said, the Princess and a Frog movie. Another movie is that there is a movie called Tangled. In that movie, there is a stepmother. In that, the stepmother is so evil, and like she's so evil in that movie. So in real life, when kids think like that, if they have a stepmother or something, like they will think, or they'll always think that stepmothers are always evil, they'll do that things and all. Yeah. And watching movies, kids, they learn curse words, they learn bad words by seeing that movies and all. And and watching movies is also a waste of money. Many parents buy TVs, phones, laptops, many things to entertain kids, but that's not at all good, and it's absolute a waste of money. On this note, for the team to conclude.
Namaste. If you have a dream, you can do it. Walt Disney. As we all know, movies are always a way to move on from the reality we all live in. It is an art of imagination which can't even be described by words. I am pretty sure that all of us have watched a lot of movies throughout our time. All times you cried, you laughed, you got scared, you must have mixed emotions, and this on and too. And this leads us to the next discuss for my teammate Archana, cinema therapy. We humans tend to hide our feelings, but very often movies bring them out. We all have dreams that we want to be once we grow up, and most of us got those from movies. Growing up, I saw a movie called Mulan. After watching that, I have always been courageous enough to speak up for myself. Not only that, practical knowledge is very important, and 99% of the human population learn from practical knowledge. And most of us get it from movies, right? Like how my teammate Varsha has mentioned, movies are always guided by our parents or our guidance. Here is a link that lists out the movies that could change a person's life, which I'll be sending in the chat box. Okay. But one thing I want to specify is about Walt Disney. He has inspired many lives, including mine. He created movies, animated movies, and so on. Growing up as a kid, you would think that cartoons are meaningless and fun. But as time passes, they become life changing memories. Once again, a day without laughter is a day wasted. Charlie Chaplin. A movie could do that and more. Try once and let me know. Movies are always a way to play and put up. It is always a guidance to life. At the end of the day, happiness lies in your own hands. Mental health is the most important thing, and most of us get that from movies. Namaste.
Finals കഴിഞ്ഞു. ഇനി പ്രാർത്ഥന
Fantastic. Fantastic.